Hi Lee, it's Kevin again. Seems to be making a habit of this, sending you little videos. So I just wanted to talk through Workspot versus Citrix and some of the fors and against, really just to sort of get a better picture where it stands and where it's set up. So if you take, let's ignore whether it's Nutanix or 3-tier architecture, you have a, it doesn't come out very well as you've got your environment here where you set your servers on. Now, in a Citrix environment, what you end up having is all of the Citrix servers, and you will have a number of servers or services that are running on their load balancers, gateways, and whole raft of other features that sit on them, and then your users come in and access that there. And that's sort of okay, that's okay, but you're currently on version 6.5, and you will need to have an upgrade to 7. I think 3 is the latest nowadays. That's not a trivial. That is basically a rip and replace of the whole infrastructure. Now, we're not experts in this, we're the first to say that. However, we do know a lot of people in the industry, and we've taken a lot of advice from our colleagues who've done 6.5 to 7.3 upgrades. And they say on average that is round about at least 2 to 3 weeks consultancy work, and that's sort of serious price consultancy. So you're probably talking 2 to 3 weeks, that's $750, $950 from a third party company, maybe even more, in order to be able to upgrade from there, and you've still got this heavy infrastructure. So why is Workspot different? What's that doing that's making this whole thing simple and easy to use? Well, there's a couple of things and a couple of stages to that. The first thing to note is that the guys at Workspot have created a differential system. So they said up in the cloud, which they control, we're going to put the control plane. So all of these sort of Citrixy management features that are obviously now becoming the Workspot features, all of that's up in a control plane up here that you access via a secure web. www, if that has its control.workspot.com, and you then access that, and you then assign everything into your environment. Now, that has a link back here into your Active Directory environment, so obviously you've got the security that's relative to your environment, you're not reinventing the wheel, and then that then gives you choices when it comes to the data plane, and the data plane really the bit that we're interested in. So the two are completely separate. Your data, however you look at it, does not go via the control plane, does not go via their web, it's completely separate. So you've got a number of options when you come to end user computing. You can either have VDI claims, so we can create full desktops for you within the Nutanix or VMware infrastructure. The details to access those can be sucked via this little applet that sits on a server here and gives you the domain stuff up into the control panel, so you can know to assign those to end users. Or you can do a mixture of both. You can have the VDI users. You might actually choose to have an RDS server. Now, in the interim, we can use your current existing Citrix servers, RDS server, like desktop server, and that's like desktop services. That's the same as the Citrix presentation server in that sort of parties, where you put the applications that you need to run locally. So quite often people use Office in that format. If you're using 365, then that's a cloud, but we'll come on to that in a minute. But so applications that are specific and sit on this, so say your Volkswagen application, that may well have to sit on an RDS server down here and be served through here. Now, say in the interim we can use a Citrix server, but you'd need 1 and probably 2 just for resilience. But if you've got a Nutanix environment with disaster recovery, then you can argue it's perfectly resilient, and you may well be able to do it in 1 station licensing, which makes things a lot simpler. Now, the other way of working, and you can work all 3 at the same time, is that you have software as a service. So, for instance, Office 365 runs in that lovely term, the cloud, and that's a software as a service. You might have your customer relationship management up as a service. We use Zoho and we access to that. What everything means though is you have an option depending on whether you want to run the apps either now or in the future, full fat or thin desktops, clients, Citrix clients, in the presentations for RDS servers, or from software as a service. The point being that from the end user's perspective, they get one simple, straightforward Workspot experience. So they get a Workspot login, and depending on what you've assigned them and allowed them to use, the control plane will give you that security. Yep, they can use these services. They can use SharePoint. SharePoint could be up here in the cloud, or SharePoint could be down here on a file down here. Entirely up to you where you run that from. So you have the choice as to how you want to distribute your internal architecture, and we can serve it from wherever. But whether they're looking at Workspot client from their iPad, their tablet, their Mac, their PC, their laptop, or their phone, the experience will be pretty much the same, and they'll get a list of applications, whether that's Office 365, whether that's CRM, whether that's their desktop client, whether that's local RDS, VW specific app. That will get portrayed on there. They'll then click on that, then go open the application. Now, the interesting thing here is if you assign them a web service, this allows you ultimate security, because the application that comes up with the web service, whether it's Firefox that you allow them to use or whatever, you actually point them at the website you want them to use. So if you point them at them and say, yeah, they're allowed to go to the BBC, and they can go to the BBC site. They can't go anywhere else. So you have inbuilt security in there, so you can stop all the sort of nasty little messing around that seems to happen these days. And that's really the key difference is you're going to pay an enormous amount for an upgrade between 6.5 and 7.3, whether you like it or not. Easily rip and replace upgrade. You're still going to end up with the same complexity, or you're going for the Workspot model where you've got the control plane in the cloud that interacts with things that it needs to, and you've got then the data, which is the bit that you access, and that's all you're going to get in a highly secure manner. Very simple, very easy, and again, one-click stuff. You don't have to start a VPN or anything like that, provided you've got the right firewall here, and it's easy to do a FortiGate or a Cisco or so after one that's supported. Gives you sort of clientless application or VPN-less applications. It's very simple and straightforward. Point is, simple, easy, looks the same, one click, and yeah, again, don't have to worry about